Hello everyone, welcome to Clock Cup Season... Wait, let me spectate that. Welcome to Clock Cup Season 3. This is Cham and Marcel. This is going to be the first match of Group E, if I'm not mistaken. And what a wonderful match it's going to be. Cham with some beautiful Clock Cup, Clock Enters, I should say. And Marcel with the Anders mod, which has become more and more popular. And I'm more and more aware of that presence. So, without further ado, let's begin. I guess I don't think there's really anything else to do, to be honest. So, Marcel, you are the better seed, which is kind of surprising to say. So, would you like to go with heads or tails for the coin flip? You'd like to go with heads? Okay. So Cham, it wins because that's tails. So Cham, would you like to go first or second? Okay. So Marcel, you are going first. Cham, you are going second. Hopefully that is clear. And then we'll alternate. So then the next solve, Marcel, you'll go second. Cham, you go first. I will let you know if there's anything else to add. So once a new scramble pops up, I will change the event to clock, and then we can get started. So good luck to the both of you. All right. So once I reveal the clock scramble here, yep, we are off. This is going to be... Oh, you can't hear Marcel, can't hear Cham either. Whoops. Man, I need to set a reminder to myself to do that. So Cham with a bit of an obscure cover here. I think it's like a takeout. Looks like a takeout flyer. So Marcel, you can go. I think you might have still been warming up. Yeah, so Marcel's gonna start here. It's a bit choppy, but both these competitors are from Europe, and I'm in America streaming this on my own time zone. Oh, wow. What a way to make your Clock Cup debut, I should say. That looked extremely fast, 356. Already putting the pressure on Cham. Cham is not necessarily known for excelling at Clock Cup necessarily. She's had a couple of scares before, but this looks like a 7-sided flip solve, honestly, or maybe just a flip solve with pinky moves, and that's a 5. So Marcel is actually taking the first point here. He's drawing first blood, but that's not necessarily a good thing because Eddie Artsy was leading 3-0 against Carter Thomas. He went to lose 15-5 in the later stage of that match. So with only with 12 losses and 14. So if I'm not mistaken, Marcel is going simultaneously. I have to quickly stop him, but 454 for Cham. It's frozen, but it was probably pretty fast from what I can tell. I can't read the exact time on that, but if that's a 349, then that's a really different story. Yeah, it's a 349. Jesus. Okay. Marcel, just as a quick reminder, you have to wait for Cham to finish because you were supposed to go second, but it happened anyway. So make sure you alternate. So this time you go first.
So I go second.
This time you go first.
What's
I'll go
happening?
first.
Okay, so you guys kind of went at the same time, but Cham was actually supposed to go first, so because we alternate every solve basically. So Marcel, this time you go first.
So wait, I go first now, yeah?
Yeah, and then the
Yeah.
next time you go second. Is
Okay.
that clear? Okay. All right. So they're both different. Okay. So, yeah. Already off to um yeah, competing in the Clock Cup for the first time especially is not very easy. Jesus. I think that's another free, a mid free. 57. What? These scrambles do look pretty good, but wow. Is Cham going to be able to top that? I mean, at the pace this is going, it's a free 54 mean a free. Oh my god, this is insane. Maybe I just haven't done my research into Marcel's official average. Well, that's a 7 simul solve. That's a free 61. Ooh, kind of close, but doesn't make the cut. Free nil. Interesting rules. Yeah, I mean this is it's the alternating format is similar to what it's similar to what happened in Monkey League, so okay, Cham, that looked like a really fast solve. So finally putting the pressure on Marcel here. Let's see, 357. Okay. That actually does not beat Marcel's mean of free right now. So if he quote unquote performs on average, then he'll be okay. It's a bit laggy, I'm sorry, but that looked oh my god, that was free 40. What? That is I have never seen a performance like that. Maybe I'm just freaking out, but I a free 50 mean. Oh my god. Under the pressure of a 357, a free 357 too. Jesus. Wow, Cham has yet to score a point too. No Carter, this is insane. Okay. So I oh my god. Wait, I have to take this call from mom. So no commentary for a little bit. All right, yeah, I just had to call my mom there, but oh my god. What is happening? What is that average? Um Okay, Cham, that looked like a really nice solve there. 4, okay. Not sub 4, which is on pace with what Marcel is getting right now. Holy cow, man. Like is the scramble correct? Yeah, the scramble's correct. I think. It's a little laggy. Okay, that's a DNF for sure. Yeah. So Cham's gonna get that first point there. Um yeah, I wish we could just see like frames of his solve because that is absolutely insane. I am I am like beyond words right now. Destroying 5-0. Destroying Cham 5-0. at the start with like your first Clock Cup debut, and with your first 5 solves all being sub 4s, and you have a 359 mean on top of all of that. That is, and he does he do it again? Okay, no, it's a 416. So maybe the pressure is starting to grow on him because, or maybe he's slacking off a little because he knows that right now he has pretty much a chokehold on this match, or at least he did. Cham had 2 mid frees in a row, but somehow she still didn't win that. That looks pretty good. I think that's gonna be a 416. That looks like a free, so if that's correct, then it should. That's gonna be 2-5. So Cham's getting right back into it. Two wins and 2 solves, which is yeah. I mean, the missed scrambles. A lot of it's really on like the competitors to do the correct scrambles. It's definitely a flaw in Claw Cup, but she's putting on the pressure. I think that's gonna be a 439. Looked a lot faster though. To be fair, maybe it's just the shaky turning could have been not so accurate. That's why some 7 solves look maybe a lot better than they should be, but does that take another point? 325. I think that's the best single of the match so far. That brings it down to a 362 average. Oh my god, what is happening? Chat. All right, I'm gonna look this. I'm gonna. That's a bit of a fumble from Marcel. The first clear fumble. The first clear fumble other than that DNF from Marcel before. Otherwise, his solves have been really, really good. Alright, Cham is going... Yeah, that looks to be a 411, so 3-6 right now. All right. This looks pretty good. That flipping that is not. This didn't look great. It looked pretty awkward in fact, but it was still a 411, which is quite surprising. We should get like a. All right. Wow, his turning is really accurate. He kind of paused for a little bit, but it's still solved. 408. Oh my god, Cham is clearly not happy with that as well. Wow. My oh my, this is... So officially, Marcel has a 408 average. His last competition was Dragon Keeping 2 this weekend. Actually, he got a DNF average in finals. Does he just not have the nerves? I'm assuming. Was that solved? I think that's a That should be a DNF. Yeah. Yeah, it's a DNF from Marcel. So Cham's gonna take that easy point. Yeah, maybe I gave it the commentator's jinx there, but it is it's it's gonna be probably the 4 point for Cham. Cham has an opportunity to bring it back during halftime, technically, because yeah. Man. 4-7. This is probably gonna be a pretty tight match if it keeps continuing this way, because Marcel has to keep the composure. He had such a flying start. First 5 solves in Claw Cup, they were all sub 4. The first 4 were considered mid freeze. The 5th one being a free 90, which is still equally impressive. That's a DNF from Cham. So Marcel is going to be leading at the end of halftime. Britain has the best claw community. Cham carries it a lot, I would say, or at least she did at the time when she's like getting a bunch of NRs. Yeah. So Marcel's gonna do a hard safety here. Is that? Wait a second. Oh, okay, no. It looked like one of those weird cases where the competitor like solved one side of it like all on the 12 side and the other side like on the 6, but that does not look like the case there. It's just the Anders mod, or like I said, the Anders did not create the Anders mod. But it's more popular known as the Anders mod. The mod Anders uses, I guess, is a little. To me, it's not very like ergonomical, I should say. But I still have a modded clock, so 45 viewers I think was an all-time high for Clock Cup. Oh, it's a DNF. Marcel was getting extremely ambitious, but I could see it. Not only was it like a worse time for what he was getting before, but he DNF'd. See, this is what's going to break him, because we know from that earlier point in the match he has that potential. So it's going to be 5-8 right now. On pace to be a really, really exciting match. Carter, do you have... Oh my God. I don't even know if I could say that. I probably could. It's not like it's like not PG friendly. Marcel, could you tip your camera up a little more?
Oh.
Looks like a DNF pro. Is that, or no? I can't tell. Oh, maybe it's 468. Can't really tell why Cham is not happy about that. Maybe it's just a really easy scramble, but it doesn't look to be a really easy scramble. I don't know. Well, Marcel's gonna win it anyway, I'm pretty sure, from what it looks like. Yeah, 359. So Marcel will take that point very comfortably here by over a second. Anyone here help me with my maths homework? I know geometry. I don't know if that helps. Does Cham play Fortnite? Asking for a friend. Probably not. I don't think she has a. I don't think so. I don't think she'd be the person to do that. 432 from Marcel. So Cham has to end off this point in the match with a banger. 50 viewers. Wow, this is a really popular stream. that's a DNF. Yeah, you can tell by the reaction. So Cham is not. Oops, sorry. That is not the right thing. This is not the right score. Would either of you
Yes,
like?
yes,
Okay,
please.
so we're gonna be going into a halftime break, for about 5 minutes. I'll let you guys know when we're gonna come back. You guys are gonna be still, yeah. So this is gonna be the halftime break. I'm just gonna server deafen you, and you'll still be like on camera on stream, just for your
Okay.
information. So, all right, yeah. So we are on to the halftime break. I just fixed the score. The score right now is 10-5 in Marcel's favor. Yeah, so this is halftime right now. Carter, are you the imposter from Among Us? I mean, I was. I don't know if I am now. Any questions you guys would like to ask me in chat? Well, while we do this, so let me go over the fixtures for later today. Let's go to the media here. Later today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Edwin versus Magnus. That should be a really interesting match to watch. And tonight's primetime match for the United States, it's Martin Suin versus Zaid Chowdhury. This should also be an awesome game, with definitely a lot of excitement. And I would like to announce on Thursday. Hopefully, I got the time correct. I think at yeah, it should be at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be Anders versus Jack Core. That is also going to be a wonderful, wonderful match to watch. Carter, who do you think will win Quonk Cup Season 3? I think, let me think. I think Martin versus Zaid will be the first match I won't watch live. Who do I think will win Clock Cup? That is a really interesting question. I think it's going to be Niklas, but if you saw Marcel's performance, honestly, that is really, really scary. I'm not sure, but, yeah. Definitely we are halfway through the break here, but a lot of pressure to unfold. So let's go over some of the results for anyone that is tuning in here. So Marcel starts it off with a wonderful sub 4 run here, and then he's DNF'd, and that was kind of the start to the point where it started to become more flip-flop, I should say. But those 5 points definitely give him a huge advantage here. So, yeah, this is really, really a great match. This is I think a great thing to be a part of in Quad Cup, because there's so much that can happen here. I honestly think that this group stage is probably definitely the most intense group stage we've ever had, especially with the amount of talent that's in Clock Cup, that everyone just like refuses to like back down here. We're almost 1 minute into the break, so we'll be going right back to the solving very quickly. But man, this is gonna be. Do you guys think Cham can turn this around? I'm gonna actually ask that in the polls here. Do you think? I wanna see what you guys think about this. So Cham really needs to gain back those 5 points she lost earlier. Yeah. He averages like 3 point. Eric averages 3.2 at home. There are some believers in the chat, so very, very limited belief, but there's still belief here. So Marcel's just simply warming up with a 3x3, while Cham here is warming up with a clock. Probably just making sure to just, I think she's just hand scrambling here. So that is the end of the halftime break. Marcel, did you already scramble the scramble from the last one? Is that the reason why your cover's up right now? Marcel? Yeah, but he's not server deafened. Okay, I'm gonna have to ask you to solve that because we're gonna move on to a new scramble. And on that new scramble, I believe you will be going you'll be going second. So Cham, you'll be going first. And then we alternate like we just did before. Is that clear? Yeah, but you're gonna have to solve it again since it's not the scramble we're gonna be using. So solve the clock now, just like casually, I guess. You can lift the cover and you can just solve the clock without timing it. Yeah, there's gonna be a new scramble, so yeah, so I'm gonna do a new scramble. Like you just saw a new scramble popped up, so you can just, yeah, okay. So do that scramble. Chef's gonna be going first. Okay. It is the end of halftime here. The score is 5-10 in Marcel's favor. So what a start we have right now. Cham's really going all out, but screws up a little there. It's gonna be a 496, still impressively a sub 5. Makes you wonder what that solve really could have been without that added pressure. But Marcel's going to solve here. Wonder if the pressure's going to get to him because he does have 2 DNFs in his past 5 solves. Yeah, so wonder if he's going to do the same here. He just stops there for a moment, but I think that's solved, and I think that could be a 496. Yeah, it's a 4.10, I believe. 4.18, I'm sorry. That's going to be 11-5. Cham 10 out of 10 clock cover. Yeah, I think it's just like a pamphlet, which is pretty creative, I should say. So Marcel's gonna start here. It's pretty laggy solve, but that's gonna be a free 3.33. Jesus. Okay. Oh. That looked fast, but I don't think that's going to be... Oh, it's a free 19. Oh, it's a free 19. So, Cham still has some bite in this match. Wow. Wow. Okay. All right, yeah. It's I thought Marcel's going to take that pretty comfortably, but Cham showing that she's not playing any games here. This looks pretty good. She doesn't have to mess up. I think I jinxed it. That's gonna be a 5, I believe. Yeah, 569. So Marcel just doesn't have the script on the solve, I would imagine, and then he'd be okay. I think he's pausing a little, but it's a DNF. It's a DNF. So, is there still hope? Is there still some gas left in the tank? We will find out very, very quickly. Yeah, these next few points are going to be extremely crucial in determining whether Cham can get back into this match. Both competitors probably under tons of stress. I can't imagine that. So, okay. Marcel going at it here. That looks good. That's probably going to be a really good solve. 338. That's a tough benchmark to beat. If Cham could win this solve, she's definitely serious about winning this whole match for sure. She's gotten a 319 before, so that's not going to be it, probably. Or 336. Wait. Oh my god, it is. 811 right now. 811. Could we be seeing a comeback that will be talked about for a very, very long time if this happens? Cham is within 3 points of striking distance here. That's not too much, to be fair. So Cham really got to keep that composure here. And she does, if she doesn't DNF on the backside, which don't think she did. That's a free, another free. I wonder what that is. 345. Jeez. This is almost like a bit of a taste of your own medicine for Marcel. That's probably not going to be a 349. Yeah, it's disappointed there. But it looked kind of close. That's a 365. It's 11-9 in Marcel's favor still. But Cham, within 2 points of striking range. Can she equalize it? I could not tell you. I could not tell you right now because this match is getting really heated. Marcel's going to be going first, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to give him some time to warm up. Yeah, Marcel maintaining the composure here. Alright, going at it really quickly. This could be a good solve. Is not happy with that. I'm assuming because the time is bad. It's a 440. So Cham has to get sub 4. She has done that the past 3 and 4 solves. And this looks like a good scramble to do it on as well. So Cham could be very well into striking distance here. Is that okay? Is that good? It's a 412. A bit, yeah, but it's still good. It's 10-11. Cham has won the past 5 points. So if you're just tuning in, this is really a comeback from Cham after that 5-0 initial score in the first 5 solves of the match. So a ton of pressure to possibly equalize the match so that both of them now have a fair playing field. Getting out of that mental jail could possibly happen, but it doesn't look like it might happen in this solve. That looked kind of shaky. A lot of long turns there, probably a lot of 6s and 5s. 528. So Marcel can keep the cushion for now, making always having Cham be the one that trails here, but this is really an exciting match. If Cham catches Marcel off guard, then this could possibly... Oh, he flips it. Is that... Wait, is that a... Like, it's probably he doesn't seem too phased by it. So, oh my God, it's a DNF. It's a DNF on a 5. Cham equalizes it. This is a fair game. It's fair play to the both of them. Wow. Wow, oh wow. This is quite intense. I'm clearly at a loss of words because now it just seems to be domination by Cham here. 6 wins in 6 attempts. There have been 7 solves since halftime, and Cham has won 6 of them in a row. So, Marcel is looking really shaky. But hopefully he still leaves this match without a fight, because he really did put up an incredible performance against Cham. I could definitely show his eager and his skill in other matches, but for the first time, Cham has a really, really strong chance to take the lead in the late stage of the game. Cham is sighing a breath of relief, it looks like. 440. 12-11. Cham has taken a lead in this match after that slightly disappointing 5-0 result earlier on. Oh my God. That is intense, even on both sides. Probably very disappointing for people who are in support of Marcel, but for Cham fans, it's a great day. Cham kind of put her hands up a little, but that's going to be a 474. Marcel has a chance to equalize here again. He just has to keep the composure, which is really important in Claw Cup. If you don't keep your composure, then a lot of things can go wrong. Cham's just making sure, I think, that she's not too nervous, taking out her hands there. Frame rate's dropped for us a little bit. Sorry about that. It's a DNF. Oof. Marcel had a great opportunity there, but Cham, for the past 8 solves in 9 attempts in halftime, has truly turned this around. It's something it seems only Cham can do. But it's not over just yet. So I believe Marcel is going first, taking the time he needs to prepare. This looks more composed. Yeah, it should be solved, hopefully. Yeah, it is. It's a 360. That's more of like the Marcel we saw earlier in this match. It could be enough to bring him home, but Cham has won the past 8 solves in the last 9 attempts. But that probably, I don't think that's gonna beat it. Yeah, it's a 4. So Marcel has the platform again, breaking the streak of Cham wins at 8. Wow. Wow, oh wow. This is probably the most intense Claw Cup match I think I've watched this season. 362 from Cham. That's a lot of pressure on Marcel. I don't know if he can do that. But we'll see now. In that beginning stage of the match, Marcel was not really put under a lot of pressure. He could do basically whatever he wants, knowing that probably he could recover it later on the match. So I'm assuming that's why he did so well before. Incredibly well. Probably an unprecedented start I've seen from a competitor. Period. But it looked so good. but he definitely hesitates there. Free 80. Cham is at match point after a long road here. Marcel is going to set the benchmark. He needs to find the form he really connected with earlier in the game, but now it seems to have collapsed a little bit, as he at least this really affects the solve difference, and it could give Cham a run for their money. But it was, for the Marcel fans, it looked too good while it lasted. That's a fumble. And it's not an climatic end technically, but with that 580 free, it seems to be now, unless Cham does a major slip up, which I don't think would happen. Cham's gonna win this one. Ooh, it's a little shaky. Not entirely sure about the back. Oh. That's why you never give up here. 13-14. There's still an opportunity for an overtime here. There is still opportunity for overtime here. But Cham's gonna set the benchmark. Was that a warm-up solve, or was that a... No, that was a real 606. Oh my god. 14-14 looks to be the score, unless Marcel does something. I think I jinxed it last time. I don't want to jinx it on him, but man, this match seems to always pull a curveball at you. That pinky move looked really awkward. I'm just noting that. But he flips it. He nods the head. It's a solved clock, and it will most likely be a 606 to bring us into overtime. The first overtime of the season, I should say. The score is 14-14. We are in overtime. The first competitor to win by 2 points will win the match. Is that clear? Okay. So, we've gone into overtime. I believe Marcel's going to be the one that starts here. Yep, Marcel wiping the hands of sweat. But this was really a historic comeback for Cham. That, I don't think I've ever seen that happen. You're losing 10-5 at the break, and then you pull this off. Like, that's insane. But it's only like Cham, but it looks to maybe falter with a... Oh no, 420 looked a lot faster than it really seemed, but that's unfortunate. Can Cham beat a 420? It doesn't look like that here.
Oh no.
So like a 421? 426. So Marcel has the chance to win this match, but first he has to get past Cham, which Cham will do by setting the benchmark here. Alright, Cham. It looks a little shaky, but it's solved, and I think maybe it's just the amount of long turns. So 397, sub 4 apparently seems to be the benchmark here. Marcel having to cope with the pressure here. First overtime match, first match of Group E, first match for Marcel. And he could really be taking home this win, which would be so crucial to to this Clock Cup event. But does he do it? He does it. I think he does it. That's a fist. That's a 394 by .03. Marcel has won his first Clock Cup match of the season against Cham, of all people. Wow, that was intense. Yeah. Oh my God, 66 viewers. I think it's more than the final. But wow, what a match. 16 to 14 against Cham. Let's do a little bit of a post-match interview here, if you guys don't mind. Let me just first of all record the scores. What a match. What were your thoughts about it? Let's talk to Marcel first. Marcel, what were your thoughts about that match? You're muted, but if you could unmute. Marcel. Yeah, Marcel, what did you think about that match? I think you're still muted. Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah, so that was the most stressful thing. I think that's all. I
Alright.
can't say anything else.
Yeah, that's okay. Cham, talk us through that match here. I know it was probably a little bit disappointing on your end, but it was at least the ride was pretty fun.
That's the most stressed I've been in a Clock Cup match. It was a disaster.
Yeah.
I'm I'm well done to Marcel, but I'm so annoyed at my solving. Like that solve where I flipped and it was pretty much because I memoed my safety move wrong somehow. And so I flipped and I didn't need to, and that was a 411 and I lost to a 408. Then there was the 6.7 where I was going to just do flip, but I backed out and made myself do 7 simul. And then there was the last two where I lost by .09 across both overtime solves. I'm really disappointed with that match, if I'm being honest. And didn't even really get any good solve. I got one good solve, and that was it.
Okay, so yeah, that was particularly intense of a match. So let's go on to the next match, which is going to be I believe it's not that one. It's going to be Edwin versus Magnus, I think. I'm not sure if they're still here, but yeah, that's going to be the match that's coming up next. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you all later.